Hi guys, hope you're good. Hope everyone's doing well. Jenny says hi. Pitch Pro says hi. How you doing, Pitch Pro? Pitch Pro gives me the red card. what was that for? Pitch Pro is also very shocked. How many shocked faces is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 16 shocked faces. So that is pretty shocked, but I hope you're doing good. Bagwell says hi. Crazy FC guy says yo. How you doing? Players are just coming out. Crazy FC guy says where is Fish? I'm sure he will be around later. He was commenting on some of my videos earlier. He left a comment on one of them saying 50 plus 50 plus 50. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like 150 maybe, I don't know. But yeah, he's continuing to be as random as he usually is. Liverpool wearing that green kit today, which is interesting. Harry says hello, how are you? Good, thank you. It's very dreary. It's raining quite a lot, so things are good. How's things with you? Pitch Pro says the red is for Walker. Ah, okay. So Kyle Walker on the thumbnail. I kind of didn't know who else to put, to be honest with you. I figured I'll go for a player who perhaps isn't as quick as he once was anymore. I tend to just basically scroll through all the players and see, okay, who's somebody I vaguely know, and then I stick them on. Burnley team: Dubravka, Kyle Walker, who's been sent off, Ekdal, Esteve, Hartman, Laurent, Josh Cullen, Ugo Chukwu, Shuana, Lyle Foster, and Anthony. Very nice. Harry is doing all right, just doing his Macbeth homework. Interesting. What is Macbeth homework? And you're not allowed to say Macbeth. It's the Scottish play. So do you have to write the Scottish play homework at the top? Sabazlai playing right back, but the defense is what you'd expect. Midfield: Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Florian Wirtz, Gakpo, and Ekitike up top. Yeah, so I'm not sure if people heard, but Isak's not in the team. And when I say not in the team, I mean not in the starting 11 and also not on the bench. Apparently it's a fitness thing, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. He's not played much. I won't lie, I'm a bit disappointed he's not in the team, but equally I understand why. But apparently he's gonna be on the bench for Atletico, so I think that's good. Pitch Pro says, who do you think will be man of the match? I'm gonna go with like an outside choice just to be edgy. Gakpo maybe. I can see Gakpo getting a few goals, especially because he's up against your bestie Kyle Walker. So I'm going with Gakpo. Dode says, Salam, how are you? I'm good. Good, thank you. How's things with you? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this should be kicking off soon. Pitch Pro thinks Alisson will be man of the match. You reckon Burnley will get a lot of chances then? Whenever the goalkeeper's a man of the match, that's a bad sign, because that means the opposition were getting through our defense quite a lot. But they've just kicked off. Dode says, is that a real Gucci cap, lol? And the answer is absolutely not. It's not. I quite like it though. But yeah, it's faker than some of the people you used to know in school. Harry says, who do you think will win against City and United? City are at home, so I think City will take it. Appreciate neither team are in particularly good form at the moment, but I think City being at home, City will take it. But the ideal result will be a draw. But that also means he's a great keeper. Very true. Very true. I was thinking about it from a negative perspective. You were thinking about it from a positive perspective, which is probably better, to be honest. It's better to be positive than it is to be negative. Dode says, where did you get it from? dhgate.com, something like that. Guess how much I paid for it? Guess what would you guess if you had to put a finger in the air, kind of thing? Durwood says, hello champion family, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Johnny says, hi, it's Shadow, not Johnny. Good to hear. How was your Pokemon Emerald gameplay going? You were saying you were going to play Pokemon Emerald yesterday. Dode says, yeah, I know them, pretty cheap stuff. Probably around £10, yeah. Like £12, but close enough. Yeah, it's pretty... I'm pretty happy with it, to be fair. Mafia says Brazil. Obrigado. Whereabouts in Brazil are you from? The land of Roberto Firmino. Harry said, also no more injuries and Diss Track Volume 2 coming. Well, both of those things are positive. Number one, it's good to hear there haven't been any more serious injuries. Harry has a tendency to just randomly throw in very serious injuries. He'll be like, I went to the shop earlier and then I played football. I broke my leg. And then after that, I made dinner, and I was like, "Wait, you broke your leg?" But it's good. It's good to hear. It's good to hear you're healing up. And yeah, looking forward to Diss Track Volume 2. Diss Track Volume 1 was very good. Durwood loves this green kit. Me too. It's very distinctive. A lot of kits I find over the years, you kind of forget them as kind of time progresses, but I think this is one of those that will kind of stick in the mind for a bit. Doge says, did you get the Liverpool shirts from there as well? Lol. Doge knows me far too well. I think long sleeve was like, this one's long sleeve, like £18 or something. Pretty happy with that. How many points will we get in Champions League and Prem? I think Premier League, maybe high 80s, 88, 89, and I think that will be enough to win. Champions League, I guess points don't matter too much as long as you make it out of the group. But is it like 8 games? Is it 8 games within the league format? If it's 8 games, max is 24, probably around 20, I think. Jonathan's Matagross is at level 50. Nice. Is Matagross a grass type Pokemon? Because it's called grass. I'm not familiar with the new Pokemon. Niom says, you think there's a good chance we get Mark Gahey, Wharton and Elise in the next 2-3 windows? I think there is a chance, yeah. It's quite interesting as well that one's a former Crystal Palace player and the other two are current Crystal Palace players. So that's quite interesting. But I think there is a chance. And in terms of the order, I think Mark Gahey will be first. I think Elise will be second. And I think Wharton is an outside shout. But Wharton will probably be third. Harry overworked his muscles on Friday in PE football. I won and carried my team in striker and goalkeeper. Wow! So you can play striker and goalkeeper. That's like the perfect player because you can play both sides of the pitch. But in pain all the way, that didn't stop me. Wow! I mean, clearly the professionals can learn a thing or two from you. Currently on that website looking at kits, either birthday gift for me or early Xmas gift. Yeah, no, it's really good. The only thing I'd recommend is if you get the fan version, get one size up, and if you get the player version, which is kind of what this is, then get 2 sizes up. Because if you scroll down and you read the description, their official wording, not my wording, but their official wording is, these are Asian sizes. Therefore, get 1 size up if you get the fan version, or get 2 sizes up if you get the player version. And I've always stuck to that, and I've never had any issues. Pitch Pro says Premier League 93, Champions League 22. That would be a pretty amazing season. I can't lie. I mean, 93 would definitely be enough to win it as well. You'd think. Anthony says the text looks weird. As in the comment text. I've changed the font. I might try if it's coming up, if like the text is coming up unreadable, I'll try changing that back. But yeah, if anyone else can let me know if they're having trouble reading it, I'll see if I can fix that. Doge says, how many points you got on FPL? Yesterday I got 20. Do you mean in total or yesterday? Yesterday I got 20. I can try showing you in a bit. But most of my heavy hitters are playing today. I was a bit silly. I do have Isak in my team who's not playing, but yesterday I got 20. In total I think I got about 160ish, but I'll try bringing that up in a bit. How about you? Employed Microwave says yesterday was a great day for me. Nice. What made it a great day for you? But I'm glad to hear you had a good day. Yeah, Anthony, I changed the font. When you say text, is it the black text on the white background? Does that make it hard to read? Because I made it thinner because I thought it looks a bit fancier. But if you guys can't read it, I'll try changing that back. Durwood would have loved to have seen Isak on the bench, but they're waiting for Champions League. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm the same. I was really looking forward to seeing him play. And then when the team sheet came out, he wasn't in the starting lineup. So I said, okay, he's probably on the bench. Let me work my way down. He's probably on the bench. And then he wasn't on the bench, and I was like, okay, it's probably a fitness thing, which is fine. I mean, it makes sense because he hasn't had a preseason. He's played 20 minutes for Sweden in about 4 months, so I think they're gonna wanna I think they're gonna want to gradually. I think they're gonna want to gradually bring him back to fitness. Corner for Liverpool there, but headed over. I'm used to the black background. Okay, I'll see if I can tweak that back then. Can anyone else let me know if they can't read it? I'm trying to understand if it's like a device issue or a setup issue, but I should be able to fix that. Employed Microwave says we won versus our rivals 3-1 and now second in League One. Very nice. So I see why it was a good day for you. I mean, winning alone would be a good day, but to also end up in second, that's pretty positive. Do you have high hopes that you might get promoted then, or is it a bit early to be having those high hopes? Durwood always goes 2 sizes up. Yeah, fair enough. It's safer that way. And to be fair, with football shirts, I like them a bit baggier, like generally speaking. So yeah, it's the safest thing to do. Quite often as well, when you go on listings, like there's some that do have like the badges on the side, and there's some that don't. So you just have to click on the right one. If you want the specific one that I got, I can send you a link on Instagram later. Jonathan, sorry, I almost said Johnny, says it's a Pseudo legendary from Generation 3. I play Pokemon Emerald. It's a Steel and Psychic type. And wow, come on. There's no need for that. I know a lot about Pokemon. I know the first 9. I know the first 9 Pokemon off by heart. I know that's not much. Psychic type, is Psychic type strong against ghost type, or is it the other way around? So maybe you're right. All things considered. Employed Microwave says looking good so far. Squad and transfer window looking very strong. That's positive. Good to hear. Things are going well. Doge says let's see the haircut. I did it myself. There you go. I did it myself. It's a bit too much. I'm looking a bit too Lex Luthorish at the moment. Normally when it grows a bit and it's like just there very thinly, I think that's the best compromise. SH has got a glass of red, enjoying the Reds. Very nice. Glass of red to enjoy the Reds. that fits together quite nicely. I thought that was a chance, but it didn't go in. But yeah, good. Hope you're doing well, SH. Harry says if we play COD again, it can't be Thursday this week. Maybe Friday. What's the? Yeah, Friday would work. I'm free Monday and Friday. Because basically there's no football. So Tuesday's Real Madrid, Marseille. Wednesday's Liverpool, Atletico. Thursday's Newcastle, Barcelona. I'm actually really looking forward to that. And Friday there's nothing, and Monday there's nothing. So yeah, we could do one of those. Just making my way down. I'm like 4 minutes. I'm 4 minutes behind on the comments. I'm getting there. Jonathan says that Pitch Pro is correct and Liverpool are going to win both the Premier League and the Champions League. Appreciate the kind words, Jonathan. Anthony says, what team do you think are our rivals other than Everton? Man United, I'd say. Man United and Everton City, I think Man City to a certain degree, but it's not the same as the others. I'd say primarily Everton and Man United, and some would maybe have Everton first, some would maybe have Man United first. Either one is fine, and I think the level below that is perhaps Man City and Chelsea, and then all the others, after that. McAllister's just gone down. That's not what we want to see. Jonathan says, "Oh my God, are you Pep from Man City?" I could be Pep from Man City, or I could be Arne Slot. I'd rather be the latter. Anthony says, "Where's your hair?" Yesterday, I just shaved it all off. I got like my own razor at home. The only downside is having to vacuum it afterwards. But yeah, I just got rid of it. Yeah, John Shelby look like, especially when like it's completely gone. Once it grows a bit short, that's fine. I mean, I was going more for Arne Slot lookalike or Lex Luthor lookalike, but John Joe Shelby would do. Jonathan will send me a picture of his party. Very nice. Looking forward to seeing that. This is your Pokemon party, I think. Crazy FC guy says you have a fire cut. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. McAllister is hobbling off. He lasted about 17 minutes. And Conor Bradley is warming up. SH says, "I'm well, thank you." That's good to hear. How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm going to be here for a while today. Because we got the Liverpool game and we got the Man United game. So I woke up early. I cooked steak and it came out really good. Because I needed some energy to fuel me for 5 hours. So cooked steak, cooked vegetables. I won't lie, I cooked chips as well. So yeah, I've just eaten a lot and I'm pretty bloated. But yeah, how's things with you? Full-time prediction. I'd go 2-0 Liverpool, I think. How about you? Did you watch the Brentford game yesterday? Liverpool came to the rescue. Yeah, very good assist by Brian, by Jordan Brian Henderson. And then that Carvalho goal at the very end. I didn't watch the game, but when I heard that... I saw the Henderson pass on Twitter, and then when I heard that Carvalho equalized at the end, I searched for the goal. But yeah, back post goal. To a certain degree, it reminded me a bit about, or should I say, it reminded me a bit of the Newcastle game. You know where Carvalho got a last minute goal 2 years ago. Reminded me a bit of that. Beautiful game. Hub says, "Hi, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well." SH has a Macca's ankle. Yeah, it looked a bit rough, but thankfully he's up. He's up now. So hopefully he can power through that. That didn't look good for McAllister, says Darewood. Yeah. Thankfully he's up. I have the benefit of hindsight because I'm like, yeah, thankfully he's up. But at the time, yeah, I was a bit concerned. Only just got him back, says SH. Yeah. Hopefully there's no more collisions of a serious nature, because we need him. And he's one of those players who quite often, when he doesn't play, you notice him missing. So yeah, let's hope he stays injury free. Toad says, "If Liverpool get to any finals this season, are you going to wear a suit to the watch along?" I hadn't thought of that, to be honest, but yeah, if you want me to, I can. I don't remember the last time I wore a suit. But I have got suits. I mean, if I feel like if I was to wear a suit, I would need like some sort of Liverpool aspect. And let's be honest, number one, I can't wear a cap with the suit. So what I'd perhaps have to do is let my hair grow a bit longer, and maybe get like a Liverpool tie or something. Would that be a good compromise? Jonathan sent the picture. I will have a look at that shortly. Anthony said, R.I.P. Ricky Hatton. Is he dead? Ricky Hatton as in the boxer? Oh my God. You're right. Boxing champion Ricky Hatton found dead at home, aged 46. Aged 46 as well. I mean, he wasn't. It's not that long ago that he was active. I still remember the Ricky Hatton versus Floyd Mayweather fight, 2008. Around then. That is sad news. Very sad news. Chengiz says, "Hi, you cook, also play soccer." Yeah, I'm quite a good cook. I'm an okay cook. But yeah, I made steak today. Made chicken a few days ago. Keeps me occupied. The joys of living on your own. You've just got to do everything by yourself. Old lady versus Inter was fire. Says Jonathan. Yeah. I think was it Juventus got a last minute winner. That's got a sting. SH says could bully a steak right now. Just been chill day, preparing for this day. I'm hoping for a 3-0. Hopefully you'll get a grip of the game and start battering them. Yeah, that would be nice. I'd take any sort of win, but a 3-0 in particular would be kind of magical. Because if you think about it, that would be a 3-0, and then you still have Alexander Isak to add on top of that. So yeah, 3-0 I'd be happy with. Durwood says, what's the difference between the fan and player kits? It's the same. I mean, if you look on YouTube, sometimes they do kind of comparisons. Like the player kit is the one that the players actually wear, whereas the fan one, it's slightly different. I believe on the fan one, sometimes certain things are embroidered, whereas on the player ones, they're more kind of steamed on, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the fan ones will have a different neck to what the player ones have. The fan ones are a bit cheaper than the player ones. And I'd say additionally, player ones look more like a football shirt, whereas fan ones are perhaps more a shirt that you could also wear outside. Not that you can't wear a player shirt outside. It's quite hard to explain, but if you look on YouTube, like Liverpool shirt fan versus player comparison, that's the easiest way to do it. Me personally, I prefer the player ones because quite often they've got like, I don't know if you can see it, they've got like micro holes in it, and it keeps me a bit cooler. But yeah, some people prefer the others, I guess. Dode says, don't you wear a suit to work? Nope. Even like 10 years ago. No, even like 15 years ago, at my very first job, like the first few weeks I used to wear a suit, and then they'd be like, you don't need to wear a suit. You need to dress smartly, like you'd have to wear like a shirt and trousers, like no jeans or anything. But in terms of full suit, not so much. The only exception is if I was working in an office for and like sometimes like I have to do work for other companies, and sometimes if the culture in the other company that I'm going to do work for is to wear a suit, then you have to wear a suit to fit in. But if you're in your own office, not so much. There are plenty of people who wear hats with suits. You can do it. Yeah, it would have to be like a different type of hat. Perhaps not a cap. Oh wow, it's Anthony's mentioning that the Hatton situation could be a bit morbid. That's really sad. That's really sad to hear. Especially 46. I mean, 46 is absolutely nothing. Crystal Palace number 1 says Nuzha. Crystal Palace is number 1. I mean, they did do very well last season. Dawood says 3-0 utter woke Cullen is going to score a hat-trick. I mean, it's certainly possible. We haven't really done much in the 25 minutes we've had. I mean, we have kind of pushed Burnley back a lot, but we just need to be a bit more decisive with respect to our passing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Burnley defending very, very deep, and it's Liverpool trying to get through. But as you've kind of mentioned, all it takes is one counter-attack because Liverpool are so high up for Burnley to get through. SH says, I'm annoyed actually. I've purchased a player kit for like 120 and it doesn't come easier specified, the player top. And it doesn't come with a Golden Premier League badge, yet the fan one does. Yeah, they are a bit strange with kind of how they do things. To put a positive spin on it, I guess at least it means it can't fall off, which is a positive, I guess. But yeah, they do need to make things a bit more consistent. Kits to a certain degree, they remind me of train fares. You know how train fares, like when you buy a ticket for the train and it's so complicated to understand which one you need and which one you don't need. Football kits remind me of that to a certain degree. Panman says, hello, I see we are kind of having a stinker. I perhaps wouldn't call it a stinker just yet. But I do think we need to be a bit more decisive in the final third. SH is wearing the 2001 FA Cup final shirt, the yellow and navy away. Love my classics. Very nice. Good stuff. Yeah, some of the retro shirts are kind of amazing. I've got a couple. I've got like the 89 91, which is the kind of reddish one with the diamonds on it. I quite like that one. I've got the yellow one, quite like that one. But yeah, there's quite a few nice retro kits. I was thinking about the 2017 one, the New Balance one with the colors, and I was thinking about that the other day, thinking that's a really nice kit. Would that be classed as retro these days? I guess it would. But yeah, quite a few nice kits for Liverpool. Dawud says, wear one of those Saudi scarves on your head. I need to buy one first, but could happen. Yeah, it's Burnley with just every man behind the ball. Burnley are very narrow, so I'm like, get the ball out to the wings then. But Liverpool are just playing the ball into the centre when Burnley are very narrow. I'm like, what are you doing? And now Burnley have a counter-attack. And now Burnley are running up the field. And if Burnley score from this, it will be a stinker. But they won't score because Liverpool have Van Dijk at the back. Jonathan says, look at my party, Grandpa. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at your party. Oh. I took this picture before leveling matter up. So Jonathan's party. I don't know who any of these people are, these Pokemon are, but it's looking pretty good. Your flow though is a very low level compared to some of the others, but it's looking good. It makes me miss that game. I can't lie. How you doing, Cengiz? Onana to Trabzonspor. Anthony to Betis. United is for players and carriers. Yeah. Do you support Trabzonspor? I can't recall, but yeah, the Onana deal surprised me to a certain degree. And if history is any sort of indicator, Onana will probably do quite well there, because play. Honestly, like as soon as I start hating on Man United, I say nothing about Man United for a while, and as soon as I start hating on Man United, Mr. Default hears it in the ether, hears it, senses something is going on that is not good, and then he appears like magic. I swear, like. Obviously, you don't have time to watch this back, but if you ever did, like if you were ever, I don't know, stuck on a desert island and you watch this whole thing back, you'd notice as soon as I start hating on United, instantly appears. But yeah, I hope you're good, Mr. Default. But yeah, when I finished the end of my rant, I was saying players do seem to succeed after they leave United. So it'll be interesting to see if it's a similar sort of situation for Onana. Panman said 4-0 Manuel Benson masterclass. I mean, that's unlikely, but a 1-0 is possible, and the threat of a 1-0 worries me a lot more than the threat of a 4-0. SH says very scruffy football so far. I think that's an accurate description. Very scruffy. Very scruffy, a bit disjointed. What I find the most perturbing and perplexing is Liverpool keep attacking right through the middle. They perhaps need to utilize the wings a bit more. But equally, this is a story that I think we've all seen play out quite a lot. A lot of teams, they defend very, very deep. In the first half, they defend very, very rigidly. Is that an adjective? They defend very, very rigidly in the first half. And by the second half, they just don't have the energy to continue that. And then Liverpool get through in the second half. It's like these teams are holding on, and they can only really hold on for so long. So if that's any comfort, hopefully that happens. SH loves how Van Dijk watches the eyes of the player. He's 1v1ing. What a defender, yeah. I mean, that alone must just be quite intimidating if you think about it. He's not looking at the ball, he's looking at you right in the eyes. That must put players off to a certain degree. And it seems to work for him. I'm not sure every defender could do that. Like if Harry Maguire was looking me in the eyes, I might have to laugh. But I think Van Dijk can pull that off. Mr. Default said that shirt is nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite often been called a Man United shirt, so that's probably why you like it. But yeah, it's a bit different. I always like different. Always like different. How you doing, Edit? Edit says, yo, I'm back. Bro, United is cursed. Even Højlund... Yeah, that's a good point. Was it Napoli? I saw that on Twitter as well. He scored for Napoli. Even Højlund scored debut goals in 14 minutes. I didn't know it was 14 minutes, to be fair. I didn't know it was that soon. At this point, Serie A, is a farming league, yeah. It's... It is funny, I can't lie. As soon as these players leave, a few minutes later they score a goal. A few games later, suddenly they're a success. Long may it continue. That's what I say. Cross by Gakpo was terrible. Long may that not continue. Mr. Default said Manchester derby predictions. To be honest, I reckon City will win because they're at home. But I hope you get a draw. Durwood forgot how much he dislikes Kyle Walker. Yeah, the whole infidelity and public urination aspects don't really sit too well with me either. There's also something just generally a bit unlikable about him. I just don't know what it is. Get a bad vibe. Ilyas says, hi bro, how are you? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Good. Had a busy weekend, but all is good with me. How's things with you? Robertson's putting a shirt on now, but I presume it's just because it's raining. I don't see any reason for Kirkers to come off. Ikram says, I love spending time in chat. Me too. It's fun. I can't lie. Quite often, it's more fun than the actual game. Quite often we do quote unquote watch alongs, and I have no idea what actually happened in the match. But yeah, I know. I know where you're coming from. Cengiz says, how come Rashford go to Barcelona? It was a bit of a weird deal, Cengiz. I can't lie. It was a loan, so I'd guess that Barcelona really needed some cover on the left, but they didn't have any money to buy anyone, so they saw Rashford as a free option. I appreciate they have to pay his wages, but it felt like a quick fix. I did watch one game of Rashford at Barcelona. He didn't look particularly good. I don't know if things have improved for him since. Panman has to sleep, but hopes we win. Come on, you Reds. I'm with you on that. Why is Robertson coming on for Kirkers? What's this about? Why is Kirkers coming off? Does anybody know? Is Kirkers injured or something? Or is it tactical? Because Slot is giving him a lecture. Why is Kirkers coming off? That's a bit concerning if it's not an injury. Does anyone have any context on that? S8 said, I'm not a genius, but this tells me United are clearly the problem. Yeah. They are. You just see it with so many players. I mean, Scott McTominay is perhaps the best example. He was kind of I don't want to say a bit of a joke, but he was rarely looked upon favourably in the Man United squad, and now in Italy he's a Ballon d'Or contender. Edit is excited to see the Manchester derby. Me too. Turf Moor starting to make some noise. Ooh. I am maintaining that second half I think will be a lot better, because we see this a lot. Teams defend very, very deep, but they just can't keep that up for 90 minutes. Blometric says, hello, how you doing? Dawood says, Walker has a poor attitude. Like, bro, you play for Burnley, calm down. He's not the same guy he was when he played for City, yeah. That is true. For me, like a lot of the things that he's done in his personal life, those things quite repulse me as well. But yeah, Walker is another player you'd expect to tire in the second half. Jonathan says, how many kids do you have? Just you. You're the only one. Ekitike comes close. He was booked, says SH. Mr. Default says, first half sub. Yeah, Robertson came on 35 minutes. Durwood says it sounds like a minor injury. Okay, if it's a minor injury, that's a bit more comforting. Durwood says you look very pretty in that outfit. Mashallah. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. I've dyed my beard as well. Maybe that helps to a certain degree. Jonathan says, rank your viewers, please, please, please. If it makes you happy, Jonathan, you are number one. Not just from a viewer perspective, but also from a life perspective, and always also from a general perspective. If there was an election tomorrow, I would vote for you, Jonathan. If there was any sort of popularity contest, you got my vote. Probably safer to get him off since we have Champions League this week. Very true. We've got the games are coming thick and fast now. We're getting we're getting into the fun part of the season. Like we had Nations League over the summer, which is fine, but it's not the same as what we're gonna get now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anthony can't see the score. It's the trouble is on TikTok, like it zooms in a lot, so it just zooms in on my chubby face. Like on YouTube, it should come up okay, but TikTok does like a weird thing where like it proper zooms in. I'll see if I can maybe tweak that somehow. Durwood says, I don't mean that as a dig at Burnley, but it's Burnley. Yeah, I'm hoping this resolute defense will not be resolute after the second half. Jonathan said, "Bro, I'm not your kid. I'm your grandson." That's of all the responses I was expecting, that's not one I was expecting. But I appreciate the ingenuity. Mr. Default says, you don't look a day over 25. I'll take that as a compliment. Ikram says, could Mamardashvili take Alisson's spot eventually? Yeah, I think and presume that's the kind of reason that he was brought in. He's a good up-and-coming goalkeeper. He's very tall, 6'6", very good shot stopper. Young, but also experienced with Valencia, also experienced with the Georgia national team. He seems like if you had to build on a computer game a second place goalkeeper who's gonna happy to be second place, but long term is also gonna take the place of a legend, then Mamardashvili is probably what you'd build if you think about it. So I think that's the plan. The good thing as well with a certain degree is, or should I say to a certain degree, is that Mamardashvili will get chances this year. Because we all love Alisson, but we do know he loves a good injury. So when Alisson gets injured, not if, we'll see what Mamardashvili is about, and then we should hopefully have a better idea. Yeah, and SH also says, I hope so, Ikram. Big boots to... Yeah, very, 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 very big boots to fill. It's almost daunting to a certain degree. I'd say Alisson's the best goalkeeper for Liverpool I've seen in my lifetime. Second place would be Reina. But in terms of the other goalkeepers in my lifetime, Jerzy Dudek, okay. Sander Westerveld, okay. Chris Kirkland, I like to a certain degree. Mignolet, I was never a big fan. Karius, no comment. So yeah, I'd probably go with him. Probably go with Alisson. Edith says, bro, remember my words, due to the new offside rule, Mbappe will cook Madrid. Will cook his own team? I mean Liverpool, fair enough. I'm looking forward to that game. To be honest, specifically, I just had to correct myself. I was just gonna say specifically, I'm looking forward to 66 coming back to Anfield, but he ain't gonna play. If Carvajal's fit, he's 66 is gonna be on the bench. So, but generally speaking, I'm looking forward to that game. Mr. Default says it's a compliment. I'll take that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. SH says, does anyone else think Andy wears this kit? I was thinking that, to be fair. I was thinking that when he came on. I was like, oh, that it actually suits him. It like on Ekitike, I don't think it looks that good. I think Ekitike, the red kit looks better and the away kit looks better on Ekitike. I don't. Maybe it's because of the blonde hair. I don't know. But on Robertson, I'm like, yeah, it suits him. It looks quite nice in Gakpo as well, gotta say. It looks quite nice on the left side in general. Ooh, that's almost with an assist, but not quite. Mr. Default says United. And Mr. Default says United again, and then Mr. Default says United a third time. They have to fit all these games in before the next international break, says Dawood. Yeah. It's a lot. I mean, going from one game every 2 weeks to 2 games a week. You're basically quadrupling. You're quadrupling the volume. It's good for us in a way, but I hope the players don't get any serious injuries. Victor Valdez, yeah, he was good for Barcelona. Come on, Onana is number one. I should have perhaps clarified. At the time, I meant Alisson was the best Liverpool goalkeeper I've seen in my lifetime. But in terms of best general goalkeeper, that's a more difficult discussion. But he'd certainly be up there. I'd be tempted to put him number one, but I do have a degree of bias. Edit says, imagine semi-final Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and Salah gets injured. But thankfully, Mr. Ramos is not there anymore. So let's hope that does not happen. I like how all these imagined scenarios are deeply negative and concerning. the next, but hopefully the actual game is a lot better. Harry has finished most of his Macbeth homework. By the way, you're not allowed to call it Macbeth. It's the Scottish play. Have you seen the episode of Blackadder with the two actors, where you're not allowed to say the name of the play? If you haven't, watch it on BBC iPlayer, and then you'll impress your teacher. Your teacher will be very impressed about your knowledge of Macbeth. Got maths to do now, but that's for tomorrow. Yeah, makes sense. Can't do English homework and maths in the same day. You deserve a break. I'm sure Scott Parker is relieved. Well, relieved is interesting wording, considering what's his name, Carl Walker is in his team. Is relieved that it's 0-0. Last time he came up against us, wasn't it 9-0? Could have been. It could have been the last time. So yeah, he'll have to take a 0-0. I do think we'll be a lot better in the second half. I'm just gonna pause the timer. See, I do remember sometimes, not all the time. 45. There we go. SH would love Flo to bag one today. That would be nice. I can't lie. He did have an opportunity at the very end there, but unfortunately it went wide. But yeah, I'm hoping there'll be a bit more space in the second half. Overall, it just felt like Burnley defending very, very deep, and Liverpool failing to really do anything of any sort of significance. And the thing is, I can't really blame Burnley too much on that, because we know what Burnley are going to do. So it's up to this team to figure out a solution. Edit says, I heard Lamine Yamal got injured in international break. Is it true? Yeah, I saw something about that online. I don't know if it's accurate because I didn't click on it, unfortunately. But yeah, I've heard he's out injured, and people are blaming the Nations League and so forth. I hope he's not injured, but if he is, it wouldn't surprise me given the volume of games that players have to play these days. They don't even get a break in the summer anymore. SH not particularly happy with the half. Yeah, it was poor. No particular standout moments. Burnley defending very well. I'm hoping there will be more opportunities to make a dent in the second half. Raid says GGMU. We will be watching them in about an hour and a half. Jonathan's friends came to his house and let me kick them out. Well, then why did they come to your house then? That's a bit bizarre. Hazard says poor half. NP19 says a shocking dive there from Milos. Yeah, I'm hoping the second half is a bit more exciting. Good morning, blessings. How you doing? Hope you're well. Believe Slot's fear to pick the best midfield right now and forcing Sabazlai at right back makes no sense. Also, no runs crashing the 6. Everyone's been hovering beyond the 6 for cutback. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm hoping they can be a bit more adventurous in the second half. With respect to right back, Frimpong's on the bench, Bradley's on the bench. So it might make sense for one of those to come on. Have you got a preference, or would you take either at this point? I think this feels more like the game for Frimpong, if I'm honest. We need his pace. We need his ability to get in behind. So hopefully we'll see one of those. Reluctant Gamer says, hi, I just subbed. Appreciate that. How you doing? Have you got a favorite game that you've played this year, Reluctant Gamer? I gotta say, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, probably the best game I've played in a while. Edit says, I don't like Wirtz in the Liverpool jersey. Wait 2 seasons and we'll take. He won't be free. He won't be free in 2 seasons. You might have to wait 5 seasons. He's gonna cost. He's gonna cost the price in 2 years. Need Ekatike to be patient and stay in the box as no one is trying to run behind the back line. Yeah, true. We need some sort of focal point up top. I just feel like the whole team is just kind of squished together in like a small spot. But and that spot is in Burnley's half, maybe 2/3 up. But I think the suggestion that you've given about Ekatike makes sense. I'd like them to maybe use the wings a bit more as well. A lot of the play seems kind of very, very centralized, which makes sense because Burnley are trying to reduce the space. But reducing the space is it's what's the word? If you reduce the space centrally, then the space out wide. So I hope Frimpong comes on and makes use of that. I need Gravenberch on the ball more. Yeah, 100%. Reluctant Gamer says 0-0 so far. Is Isak starting? I hope you suffer. Isak is not starting. Isak is not even on the bench. Apparently they're gonna gradually get him up to fitness. So he's not in the squad for today. Apparently he's gonna be on the bench for Atletico Madrid midweek. I can't lie. I wanted to see him today for maybe 10 minutes, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, that is wild, as Ikram says. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. He's not fully fit. Apparently, they've put him on like a special training plan, and they were saying rather than giving him 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there, they've devised a special training plan for him to get up to fitness. So hopefully that works. Because as the manager was saying, they've purchased him for 6 years, not 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, you put it that way, makes sense. Makes sense. Reluctant Gamer is reluctant to name a favorite game. See what I mean? This generation board, Mario Kart. Nice. I've not played Mario Kart for a couple of years, but it is kind of fun. Have you got like a favorite power up? Mine back in the day used to be the red shell, because the red shell would automatically hit, whereas the green shell was manual. So that was my favorite kind of power up back in the day, but I don't know if the power ups are better these days. I'm having Jammy Dodgers, Penguin and a coffee. Oof, that's pretty nice, I can't lie. Is there a particular order that you have the Jammy Dodgers and Penguins in? Like, do you have all the Jammy Dodgers first and then move on to the Penguins? Or is it the Penguins? Or is it the Penguins first and then the Jammy Dodgers? But sounds pretty good, to be fair. I might need to copy you. Nothing beats a bit of sugar and a bit of caffeine. You need that. You need that sometimes. Newcastle striker looking good, says Mr. Default. Yeah, good goal yesterday. Reluctant Gamer pre-ordered FC26. And by pre-ordering it, it gets 7-day early access to the ultimate version. Very nice. When's that out? I'll be honest with you. I haven't played FC or FIFA for quite a few years. But when's that out? When it is out, you'll have to tell us if it's good or not. I'm into more like played Claire Obscure, played Silent Hill 2. I quite like horror games. I'm in like a horror game phase at the moment. Edits heard Neymar is rumored to Juve. That would surprise me. I kind of presumed once he went off to Brazil, he was going off into the sunset. So it would surprise me if he came back to Europe. I can't lie. Reluctant Gamer is happy that Terence Crawford won. Canelo was the favorite. Yeah, I'll be honest. It was on a bit too late for me, but I saw the highlights in the morning. It was absolute domination. Like it was 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. Crawford just didn't seem scared of Canelo's power at all. And based on the highlights I saw, it was very, very impressive performance. LFC Moose is hoping that Liverpool do better, should we say? I think you'll see improvement in the second half. Reluctant Gamer likes the red shell. The red shell is the best power up in Mario Kart. The Liverpool kit is nice. Yeah, they've done a good job this year. They've gone back to Adidas. We had Nike previously. Some of the Nike kits were okay, some were not as good, but I think Adidas have done a good job. Still can't believe Villa hijacked you. Unlucky for us, eh? Hopefully, not hopefully. Perhaps we might be in for Onana next year, and then Villa will not hijack that. How you doing, Abdul? Abdul says the Terence Crawford performance was a tactical masterclass. Yeah. I can't lie. Tactically kind of very impressive, and I think what also surprised me was just his endurance. Like the way he was just casually throwing like 3-4 punch combos. It's impressive. It's super impressive. I'll be honest, I thought Canelo would win, so I look a bit silly. all things considered. But yeah, his endurance, his intelligence, his perseverance. I guess that's why he's undefeated. I guess that's why he's undefeated. They're just showing some stats from the half. But yeah, good. I am gonna watch the fight in full just to kind of see. Reluctant Gamer same collar as green away Newcastle kit. Yeah, Adidas do have a tendency to do that. I think one of the Liverpool kits is also quite similar to one of the Real Madrid kits. Reluctant Gamer says 26. I get to play in 19. Nice. You got less than a week then. You'll have to tell us how the game is. Frimpong I prefer because we need running beyond the back line. I agree. I think this is the game for Frimpong. Unfortunately, I can see Bradley coming on. But I'd agree with you. In this game, I'd rather see Frimpong. We need space to play up as well. That's what we're missing from Szoboszlai in midfield. Finding space in the attacking phase is missing. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Burnley are very condensed. Burnley are very narrow because they're trying to protect their goal. But naturally, there's space out wide. So I was hoping Liverpool could make a bit better use of that. But all things considered, I think the second half will be better because we've all seen this story play out before. I don't want to call Burnley a small team, but small team defends very doggedly in the first half. But second half, they just can't keep that up. They don't have that Terence Crawford level of endurance. So I think we'll get through in the second half. A Reluctant Gamer says Liverpool kit is the pro version. My green Toon kit is very nice. Yeah, Adidas. I'm really impressed with the kits that Adidas are putting out. NP19 says our team today doesn't need his distraction. If he was never gonna play, great choice. Yeah. I didn't think about it from that perspective, but reading that now, that makes sense. It will just be an attraction and a distraction that he's on the bench. If he's not fit, it makes sense to leave him out. Is it restarting, says NP19. Indeed it is. Bradley's running on the pitch. I don't know who for, because Szoboszlai is still... I presume it's McAllister. I can't see for certain. It's just started now. I presume it's McAllister. Let me just start the timer again. Reluctant Gamer was working Uber till 5 a.m. Then fight started at 6 a.m. Nice. Perfect timing. Finish work, come home, watch the boxing. It can't get much better than that. Reluctant Gamer says Adidas kits are better than Nike. I got Nike kits and Adidas kits. Nike, PSG, Barcelona, Adidas, Real Madrid, Newcastle. Much better to wear and the looks much nicer. Yeah, I think the wear bit is also important. What I like about the Adidas kit is they got like little holes, like very, 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 very tiny holes in it. Like it's porous, so it keeps you a bit cooler. I like that aspect as well. Nike did make some good Liverpool kits. I really liked the league winning kit last year. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it. But generally speaking, I think Adidas are doing a good job. Harry says, is it too reactionary to start having difficult conversations about Salah? Maybe slightly, but equally, like if that's how you feel, the flip side is I think it's wrong for people to say to other people you shouldn't feel that way. You know what I mean? Like if that's the way you feel, you're entitled to feel that way. For me personally, I think it's maybe a bit too early for me. But equally, in the games that we have had so far, he hasn't been great. So if you feel that way, I think that's valid. Gakpo gets the better of probably Walker there. So already I'm seeing more in the first 2 minutes than we saw for the entirety of the first half. I got the Bayern Adidas kit. Yeah, I think Adidas clearly make clearly make the best kits. Okay, so user is SH. Good stuff. With the TikTok comments, they don't always work. That's the thing. Gravenberch just hits it over. But the comments on YouTube, they always work, but on TikTok they can be a bit temperamental sometimes. Search about Neymar to Juventus. I'll have a quick look. I don't really see anything. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's just kind of paper talk. SH says pop back on here then. Yeah, the YouTube always works fine. With TikTok, sometimes the comments are delayed. TikTok also has a tendency to crash. What do you think of Wirtz? He's been poor this season. Yeah, I think he's gonna have an adjusting period. He's looked a bit nervous. Like, what I find bizarre is he does the hard bit very well. Like, he creates space, he beats his player, he shows his intelligence, and then once he's done the hard part, he'll then pass it straight to the opposition. So I almost feel like he's doing the difficult parts, but he's not doing the easy parts yet. Crossed in. Where is Leone? Is he not on the bench either? I mean, that would surprise me if Leone is also not on the bench, because we don't have any other senior centre backs. What are your top 3 kits 25-26 worldwide? Oof. That's something I'm gonna have to think long and hard about. And to be honest, I haven't really seen all the new kits yet. That's my excuse. But what I can say is I think the Liverpool ones are nice. What I like about the Newcastle one, I like the blue in the collar. You know, that blue stripe in the collar, and the blue in general. I think it adds a bit to the kit. So I think Adidas have done a good job there. Reluctant Gamer says Ronaldo or Messi. SH says Lionel. I'd have to go with that. Durwood says Elliot looks so weird in the Villa shirt. It didn't look right. Yeah, it does. It does look a bit strange, doesn't it? Like, I was thinking to a certain degree, is it because he's wearing number 9 and number 9 is just weird for a midfielder? But it's the shirt. He just looks strange in it. Like Paul Ince. I don't know if people remember Paul Ince, but Paul Ince in a Liverpool kit, I always thought looked weird. I think Paul Ince looked, I don't want to say better, but the image of Paul Ince in my mind is in a Man United kit. So seeing Paul Ince in a Liverpool kit looked weird. Seeing Michael Owen in a Man United kit looked weird. So yeah, these things do happen sometimes. Reluctant Gamer says, what watch is that? I just pre-ordered Ultra 3 black watch, but I'm ready to return for natural color. What do you think? This is Apple Watch Series 10. I'm quite happy with it. I got it on a discount. But it's good. I like it. The Ultras are good as well. Very, very good battery life. I think what's one of the best features about those. But yeah, you'll have to tell me what that watch is like when you get it. I've pre-ordered the AirPods 3 Pro. I've got AirPods 2 Pro. But sometimes I have like long flights, and if it's like a 10-hour flight and the AirPods only last 6 hours, I'm screwed for 4 hours. So I've ordered the AirPods 3 Pro as well. I'm just gonna keep both of them. But yeah, I haven't ordered that watch. But let me know if it's any good. SH says Incy, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, like seeing Dennis Irwin in Liverpool. It just looks weird. Like Paul Ince for me, like the mental image of Paul Ince I have is of him in a Man United kit. Ince in a Liverpool kit just looks weird. Equally, how Michael Owen in a Man United kit just looks weird. Some of these things are a bit. Some of these things are ingrained into our minds. Abdul says Verts getting bullied off the ball each and also not in the game. Yeah, I think it's perhaps a physicality thing to a certain degree. And it reminds me a bit of what we were saying yesterday, that you can improve physicality in the gym. So of all the things I'd want somebody to lack in, and if you had to rank all those attributes, so intelligence, speed, of all the attributes I'd want somebody to lack in, I'd rather they lacked in physicality, because anyone can add on muscle, especially a 22-year-old athlete. The flip side is it's going to take a bit of time. He won't put on muscle in a month. So I understand your frustrations. Yes, that perhaps concerns me a bit more, as kind of Abdul has said. Salah's not in the game. Yeah. And his passing seems a bit wayward as well. I'm hoping that was a good pass there. But yeah, hoping he can sort that out. Reluctant Gamer got all the Toon kits. Very nice. Sorry, Burnley just counter-attacked there, and I was thinking, please don't score. But thankfully they did not. Yeah, so with the Toon kit, so the home one's black and white with the blue. The third one is green. I think the away one's white, is it? Could be. Edit says you chose Messi, that's why Real Madrid owns Liverpool. Joke. Here's Verts. Oh, Verts. That was good. See, that was good. That was good. He left, basically, he was dribbling into the box. He made two players fall over. And he just shot wide. That's better. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, RVP in a Man United kit. Just looks weird. Just looks strange. Alexis Sanchez as well in a Man United kit looks weird. Whereas Sanchez in an Arsenal kit, yeah, it just fits. A reluctant gamer says, "Do you drink or smoke?" Most fans have a drink or smoke during a match. I do not. I do not do either. That's how I get to spend money on Apple Watches. I manage to save money. But yeah, some of my friends do, but it's never really been for me. Edit says, what jersey you wearing, bro? What season? The reluctant gamers answered that. It's this season's Liverpool away kit. It's pretty nice. It's a bit different, but it's quite nice. Anthony's got his final GCSE tomorrow. Nice. What GCSE? Is that an exam? Is exams in September these days? Well, what GCSE is that? And good luck with that. Oh wow, okay. I might have been thinking of last year's kit then. So the away is the green and the third is the blue. Nice. Our green away has the same color as yours. So Adidas. I was thinking Adidas doing what kind of most kit manufacturers do. They seem to kind of come out with templates to a certain degree, and sometimes that saves them a bit of time. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, Nunes in a blue kit in the Saudi team. Yeah, that looks a bit strange as well. Real Madrid's blue kit. Well, for you, I will have a look. Bailey says this game is so boring. I can't lie. Yeah, we're just talking about random stuff. That's probably why we're just talking about random stuff at this point. But here's Edit's blue kit. It's pretty good. It's nice. I can't lie. I don't like the HP logo, and I appreciate you can't do much about that. But in terms of the kit, like I like the old style Adidas logo, and it looks quite smart. Yeah, it's nice. It's pretty good. Maths and English for Anthony. Good luck with that. Is it still like English literature and English language, like as two separate exams? No, that's A level. Sorry, but yeah, good luck either way. Voltamate scored yesterday. Did you see? Yeah, we were watching that game yesterday. It was a good header, crossed by Jacob Ramsey. What I liked about Voltamade is he stayed on side, number one, and he timed his run perfectly with respect to staying in between the two defenders. So yeah, I was super impressed. Reluctant Gamer says, "What's your favorite lot you own ever in terms of kits?" In terms of kits, it'd probably be the 1989 Liverpool kit. I'll see if I can bring it up. Yeah, this one. No. This one. I quite like this one. Interestingly, it's got an identical neck to that Real Madrid one we were just looking at, if you think about it. But that's probably my favorite. I like the old logos, old sponsors, but it also has the stripes on it. So yeah, that's my favorite. Erectic Gamers got the new Real Madrid third blue kit with Mbappe on the back. Very nice. The game does seem a bit more open now. Burnley are trying to get forward a bit more, which is giving Liverpool a bit more space. Gakpo gets the better of Carl Walker again, but then crosses it to absolutely nobody. Wirtz gets the ball back, but I think it might be a corner. Ikram says, "What's your favorite fruit to eat in the summer?" I can't lie, nothing beats mango. Mango would be number one. Watermelon would be number two. And then berries in general would be number three, like strawberries, raspberries. But yeah, mango would have to be number one. Ooh, header by Robertson, but it goes wide. I owned Torres Liverpool when I was young. Yeah, that's a nice one as well. The 2007 one with the collars in particular. Do you ever put the name on the shirt? Yeah, this one's got this is Florian Wirtz, I think, on the back. Thankfully, there hasn't been a name yet that I've lived to regret. I know somebody who has a Naby Keita kit, and he's not very happy about that. But yeah, thankfully there's not one that I regret yet. Are you doing Abiliosis? Says also hi. Today is Pakistan versus India cricket. Nice. Can't lie, I've never been a huge cricket fan, but I know some people are proper into it. I have been to watch cricket once, but I've never been particularly into it. Edit says, to be honest, Wirtz has his own magic, but Arda Güler is more talented. Do you have to agree or your opinion? I mean, they're both talented. It's hard for me to say one is more talented than the other, I guess, number one. And number two, the data set is not equal. Like, one plays in Premier League, one plays in La Liga. So it's hard to make a comparison. Maybe after a few years, once we see more of each of them, then we can say, okay, maybe Güler's more talented, or maybe Wirtz is more talented. But I just think we need to see a bit more of them. Mr. Default says, "Come on, Liverpool." I appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. I know you support Man United, but to say "Come on, Liverpool" is the kindest thing anybody could say. And if you see Burnley on the screen, then I'm afraid your screen is playing up, because Mr. Default has said, "Come on, Liverpool." Reluctant Gamer says you should get the Isak home kit. I've ordered the third kit. I've got Isak on that one, I think. The green one. Yeah, the third one, yeah. Durwood found a new store by the new house, and they've got the best tasting fruit. It's so fresh. Nice. That's one of the best things about moving house, is kind of exploring your new surroundings and finding new gems that you couldn't quite live without previously. So that's good to hear. I guess you'll be there quite often. Have you got a favorite fruit? Or it's got to be mango for me, but I'll tend to generally eat anything. Reluctant Gamer says, "What's your prediction? City versus United?" I think 1-0 City. But Mr. Default will not be very happy about that. Mr. Default says, "Up the Reds." We're wearing green today. So would it be UTG? Mr. Default's concerned now that I've insinuated that he's... he's like, no, not that red, the other red. Fair enough. To be honest with you, like, if Man United win today, I'd be quite happy with that, all things considered. Bailey says, score predictions for this game. I think Liverpool might get a cheeky 1-0 at the very end. Again, Wirtz with a poor pass. Like, you do the hard stuff well, but then when you kick the ball, it just goes nowhere. Mr. Default loves his kiwis and strawberries. Strawberries, yeah. Kiwis make me feel weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know because they're super tangy. But yeah, strawberries gotta be up there. I get strawberries every week. Part of the reason why my shopping bill is so expensive. That's a good point. But Edit says United are bad, but when they face City, they play like Prime United. They do. They get added motivation. Yeah, I didn't think of that, to be fair. They get like added motivation. They get an extra boost. Like on the shelf there, I've got like a Dragon Ball Z character. You know when you watch Dragon Ball Z and they get like extra power out of nowhere. When United play City, they manage to find that extra energy and motivation. So you're right. Yeah, they might actually get something. Taster Tester says, "How's it, man?" "Oh, good, thank you. Oh, good. Can't complain. It's raining, which is my favorite type of weather. How's things with you?" Liverpool is not scoring. They are not. They've got a chance here, though. Robertson. Sabazlai. The trouble is, Burnley have all their players behind the ball, but equally, like, we can't blame them for that too much, because of course that's what they're going to do. So I think And then this is the concern. Liverpool are committing all their players forward, and then Burnley try and counter-attack, but thankfully Burnley are rubbish and nothing happens. So yeah, I think we might get a cheeky 1-0. That's probably the best that we can hope for. Kiwi or blackberries? Good choice. There seems to be a lot of love for kiwi. Derwood likes kiwi. Mr. Default likes kiwi. Blackberries are good. I'm on a rotation of like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. I get like 2 of them every week. But yeah, because I was growing a lot of blackberries in my garden, which meant I wasn't buying so many, but might get back on that very soon. Mason Jason Aviation says Zubamendi or Szoboszlai's goal. Szoboszlai's was very good. I'll be honest, I haven't seen Zubamendi's. I haven't watched it, but I've heard. Was it a volley? I've heard it was very good. But everyone keeps talking about it, so I suspect I may be missing out. Mr. Defoe gets so excited to watch United, but then gets so disappointed. Yeah, they should put that on the shirt. I've only started liking kiwis. Super good for you. Yeah, I've heard that, to be fair. I mean, I'd imagine they have quite a lot of fiber in them. But yeah, when I eat them, because I don't know, I just feel odd because they're so tangy. But perhaps I've not eaten them for 20 years. Perhaps I need to give them another shot. Lineups will be out soon. It'll be interesting to see. Is Bayern Dia going to be in goal or the new guy? Edit says, bro, everyone's jersey will suit you. I appreciate that. Very kind words. Reluctant Gamer loves Dragon Ball Z. At age 5, 1997, watched all the episodes. A favorite all time. Yeah, it has to be up there. I'm not like much of an anime guy. Like I wish I was, but I'm just not so much. But that one, I watched all the episodes. Absolutely loved it. On the shelf there, I've got some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Yeah, it was one of the best things I've watched. They came out with a few movies a few years ago. There was Battle of the Gods. There was the Frieza movie. The Frieza movie I actually watched in the cinema, so it was a big deal. There's been a couple of more movies since then. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see them. It's good to see them come out with more stuff. Yeah, Bailey likes the same ones that I do. I was saying earlier, mango and watermelon are my 2 favorites. Reluctant Gamer used to have a crush on the lady Android. Android 18. I think most of us did. Android 18. Edit says Dragon Ball Super is better than Z. Interesting take. Interesting. I thought Dragon Ball Super was very good. In particular, the Goku Black arc, and in particular, the Tournament of Power arc. But overall, I'd probably give it to Dragon Ball Z. But Dragon Ball Super was still very, very good. Lineups are out already. Interesting. Are there any surprises? Are there any surprises in the lineup? Speaking of surprises, here comes Chiesa. Does your tongue tingle when you eat kiwis? I know some people. Yeah. My tongue tingles, and my brain tingles when I eat kiwis. But I don't eat the skin. No. I must just have some sort of reaction. Reluctant Gamers never watched Super. Oh, you've got fun awaits you. I will say the first arc is not great, but it gets very, very good towards the end. Deer is starting. Loss incoming. You need to watch Zubimendi's goal, says Mason Jason. I'll try watching that tonight. Edit says, bro, even the Everton jersey suits you. I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. Reluctant Gamer is not an anime fan, but Dragon Ball Z was special for me. Yeah, that's how I'd encapsulate it as well. Like I wouldn't class myself as an anime fan, but I really enjoyed the series. I remember Goku's first Super Saiyan transformation. It was amazing. Yeah, legendary moment. I've actually ordered I don't know if you guys can see. Well, so if you're on YouTube, you can maybe see the shelf in the background. I've ordered a Dragon Ball Z thing to put on it just to decorate that a bit better. Taster Testers is off. Need to finish my work before leave tomorrow. We'll be back another time. Liverpool need to score. Take care, Taster Testers. Enjoy your leave. 3 weeks of leave, as you were saying. Am I jealous? Yes. But am I happy for you? Yes. But yeah, take care. Default says, no, they don't. Was that about the lineups? Is Super Bowl Goku? Yeah, as in Dragon Ball. That's the show. What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z transformation of all time? Will be Gohan Super Saiyan 2 versus Perfect Cell. That would be my favorite. I know some would say Goku versus Frieza, but I'd go for the Cell Saga. Vegeta better, says Edith. Vegeta's grown on me as I've gotten older. Mainie's still not starting, says Mr. Default. Free Mainie. What's Mainie got to do to have a start? Who's the midfield then? Ooh, Sabazlai goes close. Is it Casemiro and the other guy, Ugarte? Yeah, Bailey's right. This game's so boring. We're talking about anime. That's most the streams, to be honest. Like, officially, it'll say Burnley versus Liverpool, or I don't know, Newcastle versus Wolves. But in reality, we spend most time just talking about food or just general things. West needs to bulk up. Yeah, I mean the positive is like you can add bulk, you can add muscle, but the downside is it's gonna take a bit of time. Ugarte and Bruno, says Aji, and also Mr. Default. Bruno and Ugarte. Huh? As in, but I thought you play with But I thought Amarim plays with 2 in the center and then 1 in the number 10. So who's the number 10 then? Like, I would have expected oh, okay. Yeah. I was explaining that a bit badly, but Aji knows what I mean. Yeah, okay. So Bruno and Ugarte are kind of the sitting 2. And Ahmad is in the number 10 position. Probably makes sense. Yeah, it's starting in an hour. Edis says Gohan Beast versus Red Cell. Yeah, or Cell Max as they called him. That movie was interesting. That transformation was good. And I think that's the last movie that's come out, hasn't it? So hopefully they come out with another. Mbuemo and Diallo as the 10s and Sesko. Okay, so at least Sesko is starting, which is a positive. Perhaps I think that might be his first start. Reluctant Gamer says, Gohan Super Saiyan 2 was my favorite, with Goku Super Saiyan 1. I thought, Goku Super Saiyan 4 was cool. Yeah, I like that transformation. I didn't like it when I was younger, but as I've gotten older, I like it a bit more. Because it's just completely different with the black hair and the fur and the tail. It looks a bit better. Reluctant gamer is like we talk. Yeah, that's normal. We just talk about whatever. Food is another popular talking point. Edit says they should assign me. I'm not 17 yet. Well, do you have a club yet? If you don't have a club, you'll be a free transfer. So you'd certainly have that as a positive. First start. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how he does. He's gone quite attacking then. I think you were saying earlier Bruno and Ugarte. So Ugarte is defensive, but Bruno's attacking. And then Umbuemo and Diallo and Sesko. So if you think about it, Bruno, attacking player, I'd say. Umbuemo, Diallo, attacking player. Sesko, attacking player. So he's trying to make things a bit more attacking. It'll probably make it better than this game. I can't lie. Anthony thinks it will end 0-0. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I still think Liverpool will get like a cheeky last second goal. It's just got that feeling about it. Walker trying to buddy up with the ref. I'm not surprised. Probably, yeah. I was going to say something bad and then I stopped. But yeah, Walker trying to buddy up with the ref. They don't see Carl Walker much. Reluctant Gamer says your time isn't visible. The seconds are... Yeah, it depends on your phone screen. Like you see, there's also a score which I'm putting above my head, but it's all in the it's all in the top left hand corner. The trouble is there's so many like different screen sizes and things. It's hard to find a position that works for all screen sizes. On YouTube, there's also like a horizontal stream. So if you click on the live section, there's 2 streams live right now. There's a vertical one, which is the one that you're on. And also live at the same time, there's a horizontal one. Sometimes the horizontal one is a bit better. Man, it's raining like crazy. Mazraoui is right wing back, will probably be more defensive, and Dogu will be more attacking. What are your opinions on Dogu? I've always thought Dogu was pants, but to be fair, Mazraoui looks decent. That surprises me that that's not the other way around. If you look closely, yeah, I've never thought about that, but thinking about that now, Van der Ven and Gyökeres, they do look quite similar. Gyökeres is Van der Ven after he's been at the gym for a while, I think. Liverpool will get a goal somehow. Bring Rio on. Maybe that's the way they get it, by bringing Rio on. This game does have Rio written all over it. Jacqueline says, cool down. I'm cool. I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm not screaming. I'm not making a fool of myself too much, but I am to a certain degree. I'm as cool as can be. At least Kanate is playing today, not like the first 3 games. That is a positive. Hopefully he's woken up from his eternal slumber. And hopefully he can continue to put in good performances. Mason Jason Aviation says Liverpool ain't looking that promising right now. Yeah. Unfortunately, they will fall down from 1st to like 4th or something. But it's all good. There is a 130 million suite to come. Reluctant Gamer's got the iPhone 16. Place the diamond score. Well, like this. Are you happy? There you go. I mean, I could also do this. I don't know if it'll come up properly. There we go. That is fixed. That is it is fixed. Life is good again. Reluctant Gamer says, "Oh, I didn't know you had horizontal. I prefer vertical, easy to text and see messages, better view for me." Yeah, I have both horizontal and vertical, but yeah. On horizontal, you could have seen the score came up, so I think it's a screen thing. Mr. Default says no. remove. Why is it still there? There we go. Order restored. Maybe if I put it there, is that better? Maybe that or something. I'll try and find a new I'll try and find a new spot for it, but I feel like I'm headbutting it, which is weird. But yeah, I have both at the same time, horizontal and vertical. Mr. Default says, I think he's been pretty good. 19, I think we'll come into a really bad United team and come to the Prem. Is that Dogu, I believe? Fair enough. Foul on Florian Wirtz. He's good at going forward and crossing, but he crosses a lot without looking, and no one is in the box. I see. Oguchuku has been sent off. Dawood says red card. Is this the lifeline that we needed to play against 10? I can't lie. This score next to my forehead irritated me, but I will try and find a better. Actually, let me make a note of that. I will try and find a better spot for it somehow. Maybe if I put it in like maybe if I got a plan. What if I do this? Is that better? Something like that could work. But then some phone screens. I'll find a better spot for it, but that should probably do for now, I think. Since switching formation, Mazraoui hasn't been as good. He was good when it was 4. Yeah, I think he's more suited to 4 at the back. Free kick for Liverpool, Sabazlai. I think it was their left back, I think. Sabazlai, goes over. It's Rio time, says Dawood. Hopefully he comes on. I mean, I'd bring him on in general, but especially when they've only got 10. Rio's coming on for me now. Rio's coming on and Frimpong's coming on. Wirtz is going off. I wonder who Frimpong's going to come on for. Oh, Frimpong's coming on for Kanate. Mr. Default was very happy about it, saying about it saying Mr. Default loves Liverpool. Mason Jason Aviation says Liverpool always relying on a goal after the 80th minute. Yeah, it's it's whilst it's good that they score. Equally, I wish they wouldn't. Equally, wish they wouldn't leave it so late. Edit says, bro, if I rebuild Man United, I'll keep Bruno, Ahmad, all new signings like Sesko, Mbuemo, Cunha, and buy Van de Ven, then buy Trafford goalkeeper, replace Casemiro with Archie Gray. Some pretty good suggestions in there. Crossed in, cleared. Cross by Salah again, completely goes wide. Sorry, red card, it hurt Oliver to give him. Mazraoui is still far better than Delo though. I really like Mazraoui. He's an intelligent player, he's strong, he's quick, he's got a good pass on him. Of all the United players, I actually don't mind him so much. I'm trying to get this thing placed perfectly. It's in the middle now, but I don't know if that looks weird. I'll find a new place for it. Alex says Rio time. Rio 90+2. Looks like Broha was going to come on, but he's not because they're red. He's running onto the pitch though on mine. Does he have to get off? It's goal kick to Burnley anyway. Mr. Default thinks Wan-Bissaka would have suited Amarim's system. Does Wan-Bissaka suit any type of system? I mean, he was defensively sound, kind of thinking back. He had a lot of pace. Maybe he could have worked. I mean, his passing was woeful. I can't lie. But maybe it would have been what you needed. Mr. Default says Arsenal to win the Prem. I'll be honest, Man United are more likely to win the Prem. Rio living off that one goal. He's 16. he's allowed to live off that one goal. It's Frimpong. I mean, what keeps happening is the ball keeps going to Salah, edge of the box, and then Salah fluffs it up. Wan-Bissaka better than who's Van Dizzy? Is that Maguire? He is better than Maguire at 1-1 defending. I can't lie. To be honest, with Wan-Bissaka, I'm surprised he never kind of became an out-and-out centre-back. Because that seemed to be what he excelled at. And when Wan-Bissaka was playing, the stylish thing was for fullbacks to kind of run forward, and that was never his strength. Whereas one-on-one, he was really good, and he was a really good tackler. So I'm surprised he kind of never became an actual centre-back. And that message was sent before Broha. Yeah, makes sense. Van Dijk. I presume Van Dizzy might be Maguire, but we've had the clarification that Van Dizzy is Van Dijk. Yeah, true. He definitely should have played centre back. Yeah, I'm surprised he never kind of made that jump over to centre back. Like, he seemed to have all the attributes to be perfectly suited to it. Even right now, he still seems to be a fullback. I mean, he might play centre back when he's older, and at that point, it might be a bit too late. I don't know what to name this account. Says we should be winning 1 or 2-0. We're missing so many chances. Yeah. I would have expected at least some sort Some sort of late goal. There are still a few minutes to go. Rio to Frimpong. Good shot by Frimpong. That was much better. Rio with a good pass to Frimpong. Frimpong with a shot which was saved. But that was much better. Anthony thinks it will be 0-0 at this rate, probably. It's not impossible to get a goal, but it is. They are leaving it very late. It's much, especially when Robertson crosses it like that. I could have kicked it better than that. Mr. Default says, do you think Van Dijk and Salah will retire at Liverpool? I reckon Salah... Is there a penalty? Why is Hannibal crying? Is there a penalty or something? Hannibal's crying and Scott Parker's crying. Is there a penalty? If there's a penalty because of Hannibal, then I agree with Mr. Default saying United. Oh, that could be a penalty or a free kick. I don't know if he was just on the edge. I mean, if there is a penalty, please don't give it to Salah. I think that's a penalty. Mason Jason Aviation says Arsenal will be winning the Prem. Arsenal will not. Chelsea could, even though they didn't have a good result yesterday. There is a penalty. Mr. Default says United. Come on, Hannibal. Well, Hannibal might have just won the game for Liverpool, but Salah's taking the penalty, and that very rarely fills me with confidence. Oh, he scores! We did not deserve to win this game. This is Liverpool paying the refs. Liverpool paying the refs. This is what this is. It's Liverpool paying the refs. I mean, they need to stop paying the refs. And they need to stop fraudulently winning games. That will make it 4 wins from 4. That will make it 12 points from 4 games. Liverpool, stop paying the refs. This is what I say. I'm going to stay off social media today because the conspiracy theories will be rife. Mr. Default is thrilled about Hannibal. Oh, that's why you were saying come on Hannibal. I was thinking, why are you saying come on Hannibal? He's just given a penalty away. But you probably presumed it was a penalty to Burnley. Yeah, I see what you mean. 90 plus 6 lucky, 90 plus 7 fraud. The thing is, you does this paper over a bad performance? Derwood will be very happy at the late goal. I feel sorry for Burnley, I can't lie. They put in a really good performance and then went down to 10 and to then give away a penalty. I mean, there's bad luck and then there's that. 90 plus lucky. Mr. Default is thrilled. Reluctant Gamer says Liverpool always get the win, massive respect. A true team gets it over the line consistently. Very true. I agree with you. True teams, they find kind of ways to win. I can't lie. I feel if Liverpool do win this, which I think they will, it will feel a bit cheeky. It will feel a bit cheeky, but a win's a win. Ultimately, that's 4 wins out of 4. Are Arsenal still going to win the league? I thought Arsenal were going to win the league a few seconds ago. Cookie Man says the Juve versus Inter game was absolute cinema. Did you see the highlights? I've not seen it yet. We watched the Newcastle game yesterday, and then I was a bit busy in the evening, but I'll try and make time to watch it today. But I saw that Juventus scored in like the very last second. So as an Inter fan, can't be very happy. And Mr. Default says it does not paint over a bad performance, but it's still 3 points at the end of the day. A goal is the goal. Very true. Very true. Like ultimately in like a few days, like nobody will care. It will just be like, okay, 4 games, 4 wins, what the table says. But they still need to figure out how to beat low blocks. I don't know what to name this account. It says, how are we going to deal with Real Madrid with this 90 plus min winning team? I think if it's a comfort to a certain degree, I think Real Madrid will come out to play rather than defending kind of very, very deep. So hopefully that's comforting to a certain degree. Ikram says, who's Liverpool's most important player right now? Rio. Probably Rio and Gamoa. But anyway, we got there's a Man United game at 4:30, so I'm going to go eat. I got pizza, which I was going to say microwave, but put in the air fryer. So I'm going to go eat pizza and then I'll be back in like half an hour. NP19 is like, come on. I can't lie. I feel a bit dirty about the win, but I'll take the win. 66. Oh, sorry. Mr. Default says, I can't wait for 66 to score at Anfield. To be honest, he won't. But if it did happen, I'd be intrigued just to kind of see what his reaction would be. You know what I mean? We're actually by Leverkusen scoring very last second. Yeah, it's I'll take that. Leverkusen were undefeated. Mr. Default says, I knew you'd say Rio. Yeah, I'm getting a bit predictable. I'll see you at halftime. Yeah, we will see you at halftime. We'll see how things are going. Hopefully with a United win, but you never know. He won't celebrate. Yeah, he's too scared. He's too scared to do anything. Vamos Liverpool took half their squad. I never thought about that. Took their midfield there, their right back, and became them. Yeah, can't wait for Trent to pocket Salah. I mean, they're on opposite wings, but I take the point. I take the point. To be honest with you, Trent's not gonna play that game. 0-0 halftime, 2-1 full time is Mr. Default's prediction. Makes sense. Belly says, boom, you called it. I did. I feel a bit cheeky for getting it right from a penalty, but I'll take that. I'll take that. But yeah, good win. 4 wins from 4. The quadruple is still on. I joke. But anyway, I'll be back at 4:30 for the for the Man United game. Trent ain't pocketing no one other than Jude's hand. That's the only thing in his pocket. I don't know, says I call 1-0 halftime, 4-0 full time. I was so wrong. That's okay. You predicted a win. You predicted a Liverpool win. Frimpong's teeth are brighter than my future, says Bailey. You are correct. But yeah, as I said, I'll be back at 4:30. I'm just going to eat something. But yeah, United game at 4:30. More fun awaits. So yeah, I'll be back then. Take care, guys. Yeah, and it was his back pocket, by the way. I'm gonna go before I say something even worse. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here in half an hour. I just need to grab something to eat. Because talking for 2.5 hours makes you a bit hungry. But I'll be back. I'll be back in half an hour. Cool. Cheers, guys. See some of you then.